Ready?
Yeah.
Okay. 1, 2, I think we're live. Hi everyone, welcome back to the Kia Hyundai channel. My name is Gabi.
And I'm Charlotte.
And we have a very, very special vehicle being filmed today. And I know I say that about every car that we film, every vehicle that enters this video bay.
But this one's even more so because...
Especially to me.
Yeah. Gabi, what are some of the... Why does this hold such a special place in your heart?
So I love my boyfriend dearly. His haircut, I also love. And his haircut and this truck seem to have a couple things going for them that are very similar. It's a mullet. Business in the front, party in the back. That took way longer than it should have. But seriously, this vehicle, oh my goodness, from the front, it is sleek, it is smooth, it is definitely a city vehicle. Inside the cabin, you're greeted with the same luxuries and comfort features that you would expect in something like the Hyundai Tucson, which again, very, very similar. But then you hop in the back, and by the back I mean the bed. So it has SUV refinement with open bed versatility. You have 6 tie-down points for all your cargo gear. You have lockable storage, you have waterproof storage, you have a power outlet back there, LED lighting, just everything you could need in your adventure, which makes this vehicle a true sport adventure vehicle.
What more could you ask for?
I couldn't ask for more, that's for sure. Now, Charlotte, let's explain why we do these videos and what can expect today.
All right, for those of you who are watching in the future, not while we are live and filming this, feel free to skip to about the 3-minute mark. That's when we're really going to be getting into the walkthrough. To those of you who are watching live, you are stuck with us for the time being, and hopefully our mics are working today. If not, please let us know. But we do these videos for 3 different reasons. The first reason is for those of you who own Kia or Hyundai product. We want you to be the experts on your own vehicles. The second reason is if you are researching purchasing a new vehicle or a new to you vehicle, why not consider Kia and Hyundai? Clearly they are doing things that are different and things that are a lot of fun that you may not expect from them.
Yes.
The third reason is if you live in Ontario, which is in Canada, and you want to buy a Kia or a Hyundai vehicle, we want to get you into the car. Gabi and myself, we're here at Brantford Kia, but we have 2 Hyundai stores, Brantford Hyundai and Owen Sound Hyundai. So if you want to take home a Santa Cruz, let us help you. Let us get you connected with them. And the benefit is our sales team is they do not work on commission. They are salary.
Yes.
And we do not charge any dealer markups. Woo!
Very true. Now, I'm going to start off with the exterior of this vehicle and also go over all the bed functionality and the powertrain. So all of that type of stuff. Oh, is it working?
Turning around, okay. There we go.
Also, again, this is a live stream video, so we're doing this in real time with no cheat sheets, no teleprompters, just what we know. And I'm glad to say we know a lot about the Santa Cruz. Come on over, let's take a look at the engine. We'll give you the specs, talk about what powers the vehicle, and what we can expect for fuel efficiency. So under the hood in Canada, we only get the 2.5-liter 4-cylinder with the turbo, and that turbo makes a load of a difference on this vehicle. It gives you 281 horsepower with 311 pound-feet of torque, and this vehicle is such a pleasure to drive, largely due to its transmission that works obviously in conjunction with the engine. It's an 8-speed dual clutch, and a lot of people hear the word dual clutch and get scared because it's different than a traditional automatic. It is a little bit more sporty, so it's going to feel a bit more choppy, but I personally love it, and I know a lot of our Santa Cruz drivers do love it as well too. So lots of fun. You also get paddle shifters to manually select your gear if you choose to do so. There's a dedicated sport mode, and another great thing about the Santa Cruz is it's standard with all-wheel drive here in Canada with terrain modes. So it's ready for anything we could throw at it. Looking at the front grille, this is where it gets very, very similar to the Hyundai Tucson. If you're looking at it straight on, you probably couldn't even tell a difference at all. I can't. For our grille, it's chrome coated. It's a dark, dark chrome, so depending on what lighting situation you're in, this might look like it's completely blacked out, which I really do like, but of course it gives you more definition. Very situated in the very, very center, we have a camera. So although this vehicle is meant to be sporty, fun, rugged, just everything you'd want in an adventure vehicle, it gives you all those premium comforts, like I mentioned earlier, that you would get in something like a fully loaded Tucson. So we got a front camera, a rear camera, and even side cameras to give you a full 360 camera view when you are parking your vehicle, which is extremely helpful. Our front bumper portion is also that chrome-coated grille. And we have a front radar sensor right over here that's going to be used for your smart cruise control that works in stop-and-go traffic and on the highway, and are dedicated for collision avoidance. So this vehicle will know if there's a risk of a collision and will warn you inside the cabin or actually brake for you to avoid said collision. Bring on to our next favorite thing about the Santa Cruz. It's the wheels. These are 20-inch alloys, completely blacked out. This is standard on the Santa Cruz, so of course you could do aftermarket wheels to more your preference, but I do like the stock wheels. It ties in perfectly with your side steps. So check it out. That is also standard equipment on the Hyundai Santa Cruz now for 2024. It's very hard to see because the body color of this vehicle is black, but if we get a closer look at our door handle, you may notice we have this push button here. So this is essentially going to allow you to enter and lock your vehicle, so unlock and unlock with just the touch of that button as long as the key is somewhere on you. This is super helpful if your hands are full, just carrying stuff, you can press that, unlock your car, no problem. Then same thing for the bed. Let's talk about the bed. But first there's an Easter egg. Charlotte, if you get into the wheel well over there, you notice there's a hidden Santa Cruz right over there. So check it out.
There we go.
Lots of little Easter eggs on this vehicle. You'll also notice in here it says designed in California. And truly, that's where this vehicle was designed. It reminds me of the beach. It reminds me of the desert. It just reminds you of having fun. And you could totally do that in Santa Cruz.
California state of mind.
Exactly. All right, so the bed, this is where things get really, really fun. It's the party of the vehicle. So drop it down, has a nice soft open to it, so very nice and slow. Super easy to get into the bed as well. So let me prop this back up. I know that's very counterintuitive, but anyway, back here for our rear bumper, we have a bunch of different points to hop into the bed from. So each step can withstand 440 pounds. So I am okay. Doesn't matter how you want to go in. Like I mentioned, there's a bunch of different options. So right over here, and on your very, very side, making it super easy to hop in and out of your Santa Cruz. With that being said, it's not the size of your regular F-150. It's not a 3/4 ton truck. It is not a monster truck. It is fairly easy to park. It's easy to move. It's not bad on gas. 10.6 liters per 100 kilometers to be exact. That's why I love the Santa Cruz. It's everything you love about a truck without all the things you hate about the truck. Let's hop in. This is always scary to do in heels. Back here, this bed liner is composite. So it is a very durable material and waterproof. So all of your electrical components are easily sealed, making it very easy to wipe this bed down after you get it all dirty from whatever adventures you take it on. For your tonneau cover, it is integrated into the vehicle. So this is just from factory. And it is really easy to use. I mean, not that they're usually hard, but just because it is integrated, it feels firm, it's sturdy, and it even holds up to 220 pounds. So very easy to unlatch, you can lock it, and then of course slide it back into place, and it's tucked in nicely to that canister at the bottom. Now I'm gonna grab the camera, perfect timing. I'm gonna grab the camera from Charlotte just to show you some of the tie down points back here.
Let me just make sure our gimbal is working.
Is it?
Excellent question.
Oh no.
There we go. Yep, we're good.
All right, let's check it out. So back here, like I mentioned, everything is composite lined. We have a rail and cleat system. So here is your rail and cleat. You can lock this at any point along that rail to provide an additional tie down point. From there, we also have heavy duty D-rings. You can find one over there, one there. There's the other ones. There's one over there that you can easily latch your cargo into place. Hyundai teased that you guys can also create almost a shelf by lining plywood 4x4 across there, and it sits perfectly on your flares there. Now on this side, so it's a little hard to do while filming, but we can unlock and open this, and we have some integrated storage to the side. And mind you, this storage is all going to be waterproof. That's why it's locked up. And then on the right side of the bed, we actually have a 115 volt outlet integrated right over there. So again, fully waterproofed. Perfect, there we go. This little blue sticker here, it's just the sticker, is an LED light. So you'll notice we have one on both the right and left side of the back of the Santa Cruz. And that is gonna provide you with full LED lighting in the bed area.
Do you want help down?
Huh?
Did you want help down?
No. All right, but there's more. Hold on. Right over here, this is by far my favorite thing about the Santa Cruz bed. And also, did I mention, this may be the top trim level of the Santa Cruz that we're filming today, but all these bed features are standard. So it doesn't matter what trim you get, you're getting all this. Let's open this up. Under the bed liner, we have more bed liner. So this, again, is completely water resistant. It is great if you're going somewhere and your boots get super muddy, because you can toss your muddy equipment in there and easily rinse it out, because there is a drain plug. So I'll have Charlotte zoom in on the drain plug. So it's easy to wash out, or vice versa. If the bed of your truck is extremely dirty and you need to keep something clean, you can keep it in there. So whatever you're really doing, there's somewhere to put your stuff in the Santa Cruz. which if you had an SUV, it would be in the cabin with you, getting your carpets all dirty unless you bag it up.
Excellent utilization of space back here for sure.
One more thing I'll point out. I think I kind of talked a little bit about this earlier, but just something I've noticed driving this vehicle, because I did spend a few days with it. I think I took it home for a weekend, and I live downtown, so a city that is very busy, and I have to do a lot of parallel parking. This vehicle is so easy to park. It's not like, I've also taken our 3/4 ton diesel truck home when I was moving, and that was not easy to park, not easy to drive downtown. This I could use in any lifestyle situation, really, which is pretty nice to have. Now, Charlotte, do you want to talk about the inside?
I would love to.
Okay.
All right, so this is your reminder. If you have not subscribed or liked this video, please do so. It really means a lot to us. And I'm curious as to what you guys think about the exterior of this vehicle. Do you think that they did a good job with the features that they have included? Would you change anything? And what would it be if you were changing it? But with that being said, let's take a look at the inside. Now, for those of you who may be researching this vehicle and are interested in it, but you feel a little bit intimidated by buying something or driving something that has a bed, I want to let you know about how convenient and how comfortable the interior is. Because if you're familiar with Hyundai product at all, it's pretty much going to be like a Tucson on the inside, whether you're in the second row or in the first row, and it even drives like that, as Gabi was sharing a little bit of her real world application. So let's hop in. Having Gabi give a nice pan. You can see the seats that we have and also that nice fun orange stitching we have. I think orange is a great contrasting color, especially because Hyundai's token color is the blue. So even though there's no blue on the inside, aside from the display, it adds a nice little bit of contrast there. So look at how familiar this is. If you did not see the outside of this vehicle, would you think that this was a Santa Cruz, or would you believe that it's just a Tucson? All right, so let's talk about the driver's side door. And you can see the elements that we have on here. We do have a premium sound system in this vehicle, which is Bose, and I believe there's 6 speakers peppered throughout this vehicle. Also, we have some piano black detailing. We have a little bit of a soft touch leather and soft touch material up here at the top. And then, of course, your window controls. All automatic windows with express windows for the driver and the passenger. So, Gabi, why don't you come and hop in on the other side?
For sure. I got a comment about someone saying this truck is great for someone who wants a truck, but doesn't want something that's 60 times the size of other cars, and that's true. This vehicle, I mean, you get in there and you feel higher off the ground. You are driving something a bit bigger, but it doesn't feel like you're driving a truck, which is good.
Right off the bat, this cabin is so comfortable, and I love how everything is set up. So to start off, let's talk about what we have on the steering wheel. So of course, you have a regular leather-wrapped steering wheel, typical Hyundai configuration with those additional spokes, and this is heated, so for those harsh Canadian winters, you know you're going to have nice warm hands. On the back of the steering wheel, we also have some sport-style paddle shifters, so you can manually change your gears, and then typical configuration is we're still going to have our driving control, so cruise control, lane keep assist, lane follow assist, and then our media controls, virtual assistant, volume, toggling through your media channels, everything along those lines, with our horn in the middle, beep beep. I guess clucking isn't really a good horn. Behind us, we do have a digital instrument cluster, and that is going to be your 10.25 inch screen. So that is showcased here. And then if you want to cycle through the various menus, you can do so using the little notes icon. And there's another look at the screen. And Gabi had mentioned this already, but this vehicle, of course, is equipped with drive and terrain modes. So let's cycle through those, shall we? So there you can see them, drive and terrain, snow, mud, and sand. So depending on the inclement weather outside, whether it be snowy, muddy, or sandy, which we don't really see too much here in Southern Ontario, you are able to cycle that through to adjust the powertrain to reduce any type of wheel spin that you may have. There we go. Give that back to Gabi. She was gracious enough to give it to me. And then, of course, we have your media unit as well. So this is going to be another 10.25 inch screen, and look at how nicely this is set. The one thing I will say that I don't love, I'll see if you guys can guess what it is.
Oh, I know.
It is completely framed in piano black. So although I love the look of it when it's clean, it can very quickly become a fingerprint magnet, but a quick little microfiber cloth, like a glasses cloth, will clean all of that up for you and keep it in like new condition. Now I love this screen. I love how how well equipped this vehicle is. You still have great convenience features like quiet mode to dampen those rear speakers, and you can still listen to your music in the front. You have the capacity for HD radio. You have wired Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. And then also you are equipped with BlueLink, which is of course Hyundai's telematics system. So we're still getting all of those great convenience features too. In addition, you can also access your climate control, and you can go to your setup to take a look at those safety features that Gabi had mentioned.
Oh, we got a great question. In a normal sitting position, do you feel like you have to peek over the wheel to see the screen? Like the gauge cluster, I'm assuming.
No, I'm looking at it right through, but I can adjust it to how I would actually sit. Yeah. And then I can let them know.
Okay.
I'm short.
In the meantime,
just so everyone knows.
I'll show the glove box. So standard size glove box. Of course, you do get French and English manuals here in Ontario. And then our driver's side or passenger side door. I will apologize, this vehicle is a little bit dirty. It is Ontario right now, very salty.
Salty, snowy.
Yeah.
So this is probably how I would drive, and you can of course adjust your steering wheel. But I think that because you have the screen in the center and having these additional spokes, it makes it easier to grab the wheel. That way you don't feel like you're putting your hands really low. You can still kind of grab them at that comfortable point. This is probably like honestly how I would drive if I was just like cruising down the highway in the city. My hands are up more, but that's, you know, my perspective. I can see right through. I'm not looking over the steering wheel or anything along those lines.
I have to say, one of my favorite things about this vehicle is the fact it's $47,599 Canadian. So it's not a super cheap vehicle by any means, but it gives you the benefit of a truck and comfort and features. You cannot get good features in a truck for a decent price point, that's for sure.
So we understand, of course, that that price point is not going to be for everyone, but it does, you know, it's priced fairly competitively.
There's value,
yes.
for sure.
Thank you. That's exactly what I was trying to communicate. You're wonderful.
We know each other.
Let's finish looking at this screen and then we can keep answering some questions. So of course you do have a real buttons. It's nothing digital down here aside from the actual climate control. So we can turn that on. Up here, of course, navigation, map, your radio controls, turn that down. And then now you can see our climate control is set up. And it is dual climate control, so you are able to sync it. Gabi can have her own climate, and I can have my own, or I can set it to be one for all of us. You also, of course, have your front defrost, rear defrost, rear... We're going to move on.
All our usual climate control settings.
We're going to move on.
Yeah.
And then down at the bottom, you can see we have spot for a wireless phone charger. It is difficult to see because I recognize that it is dark. It is nice that we do have a little bit of a light, but it does charge inductively. We have your USB port, 12 volt, and then another USB for charging as well. Leather tipped gear shift here. And then a feature that I love is that when you look at your downhill assist, it actually is a Santa Cruz. Typically it is just a SUV. For this one, it actually is a Santa Cruz, so another little hidden Santa Cruz.
Something over there.
Also on the recirculated air. So here is the controls for your drive modes and terrain modes, which we showed earlier. Electronic parking brake, auto hold, so when you have this engaged, if you bring the vehicle to a complete stop, it will hold the vehicle at a stop until you take your foot, until you put your foot back on the gas. You also have your parking camera, and Gabi mentioned that this vehicle is equipped with 360 camera, and now you're able to see it in action. So all of those cameras that are peppered throughout the vehicle, whoa, didn't mean to do that.
Yeehaw.
Yeehaw. There, you got a little startup note there. But all of those cameras that are peppered throughout the vehicle, they stitch together a cohesive picture to give you the 360 monitor. Now, Gabi's door is open, which is why it's going to look a little bit different, but you also have varying cameras that you can use. So here you have your hitch camera, which is great because this vehicle, of course, it is a truck. You're going to want to tow with it. And then also you can see the driver's doors too. You can just use those cameras.
Speaking of, I didn't mention the towing capacity, 5,000 pounds.
5,000 pounds?
Yeah.
I think that is a great limit for towing because I feel like that's, you know, kind of what the everyday person would be towing, unless it's something quite extreme.
And I will say, if you are someone who needs a truck for towing heavy stuff, then you should probably get a half-ton or a three-quarter-ton truck. This is not the truck to be towing horse trailers or, you know, gooseneck trailers. Not happening. But you could do a lot of people's day-to-day utilities with this truck for sure.
Absolutely. Along here is just your comfort features, ventilated seats, heated steering wheel, and then the same for the passenger. And let's take a look at the center console. Oh, pretty deep, surprisingly. So about the depth of my hand here showcased, and yeah, you have a fair bit of storage space in there too.
Good amount of space.
Up top, you can see we do have a sunroof. Let's open that up, even though we won't be needing it today.
No.
But again, a nice little luxurious feature to have too.
I will point out the black headliner. I love a black headliner in a car. I just think it makes everything look more sporty. And
I like that it is a black headliner, but it's not suede.
yes, that's for sure. All right, now we'll hop in the back. Back seats on this vehicle, they do get a little bit more compact than what you'd see on something like the Tucson, but that's also what makes this truck so good in other ways. It's pretty. It's a small truck. All right.
Throw out the mats. All right, so I have adjusted my seat as to how I would actually be sitting. So if someone was in the backseat with me driving, here's what your legroom would look like. So of course you have a fair bit of space. This seat is all the way brought back, so of course you can see that you lose a fair bit of space back here because you are in the cab of the vehicle.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know how many people actually are driving with it all the way back like that, but you never know. For some convenience features,
Sorry,
of course.
I was panning to the window.
No, you're good. I was just going to mention that. I was going to say you can see the window right there, which you're able to open. We have cargo pockets. We also have rear vents in the back, and then 2 USB ports. Ooh, is our gimbal working?
Yep.
Perfect. And then nothing in the center. I thought there was for some reason, but that's okay. Another light in the back here, and I think that pretty much sums it up.
I'll show you one more thing, Charlotte. These seats, hold on. There it is. Tuck away.
Yeah, there we go.
So, and under here, you'll have storage on the left passenger side. On the right passenger side, you have your kit for your spare, and the spare tire is located underneath the chassis of the vehicle. So it's underneath. I'm not going to show you guys that today. The floor is wet and salty, but it is there. So it's a great peace of mind to have a spare with you when you're driving or wherever your adventures take you.
And again, this is where we're seeing that utilization of storage space because when you're in the middle, of course, you do have a hump because we're still an all-wheel drive vehicle right here. So you're going to lose a little bit of usable space on the floor, but it makes up for it by having it under the seat and probably gives you even ample storage space.
Cup holders are here too.
I was going to say in the back seat, we got cup holders back there. And we still are keeping consistent with design details. We still have some orange stitching peppered throughout, and we still have the same detailing on the doors as far as soft touch leather and a gray material, gray fabric too.
Yeah. It's a grayish green, which is quite nice. All right. I think people are guessing your height. I feel like Charlotte's about 5'2" or 5'3", right?
Yeah, 5'2" in flats. I'm not very tall. I'll leave that open.
All right.
I'm vertically challenged.
Let's ask some or answer some questions.
The key.
They're going to go all the way to the top. Oh, apparently there was 2 lives when we created this, so that's probably why you didn't see the thumbnail on one of them. I don't know how that happens sometimes, but it did.
Because we only set up one.
New mic, so why is my sound volume above 50% to hear you? Am I deaf? Oh, maybe the mics aren't as loud as we should have them.
Yeah, we can change that in the settings.
These mics are brand new. We literally just got them.
You guys don't even want to know the saga Gabby and I have been through since Monday.
Yeah, it's been a horrible week, to be honest.
It's been rough.
Yeah, it's been very rough. But we finally got new microphones. They're DJI. First time trying them, and we really like them so far. Let us know what you guys think, though, because you're the ones that hear us. All right. Gabby, you always wear heels on Santa Cruz Day. I feel bad how you climb up in them. Oh,
wears heels every day.
I feel like that's just
It's a sport activity shoe. Oh, geez.
Oh, boy. I feel like that is... Oh, my gosh. I'm sorry. This is going to be very intimate for a second. But...
Hey, girl. I did see a question asking about warranty, so I can answer that at least while you're doing this. So of course with Hyundai, you're going to get that 5-year, 100,000 kilometer warranty. Yep. You do get 5-year unlimited kilometer for roadside assistance, but that's going to cover comprehensive limited warranty emissions and also your powertrain. Woohoo!
Let's see, now get brand new internet connection. Working on that. There's still no fiber optic available here in Brantford.
Yeah.
But that's the big thing.
And that's what we can't change, is we can't just like up and move our location.
Yeah.
So
we have to be here, unfortunately.
yeah.
Okay, you answered the warranty question. Someone talking about Tesla and fire.
Someone said now you need a DJI drone and do some B-roll shots of the car. We'd love that. Unfortunately, marketing budget has now been spent on mics.
We bought another set of our Rode mics, thinking that maybe our mics just went bad.
Yeah.
Nope.
We just had problems.
Rode is not working with Apple right now, or at least
For us.
our phones. Yeah.
Yeah. Fiber optic is in Canada now, but it's not available in Brantford.
Let's see. Glad to see you back. Missed you in your videos. Joseph said they don't listen to the manufacturer and get the recalls done. Not sure what. Joseph, what are you talking about?
I don't know.
Oh. I got asked how tall I am. I want to say maybe an inch taller than
Yeah,
Charlotte.
we're about the same height.
So 5'3", maybe.
It is easy to reach the pedals in the Santa Cruz, though.
Yeah.
And you have your adjustable seat, so easy to do.
Biggest thing, when I was moving, I borrowed a lot of trucks from work, and like the bigger truck, like I mentioned, 3/4 ton. I love driving it, love driving big vehicles, but it was fairly uncomfortable the way I had to seat myself, because I am a shorter person, and for me to see and feel safe, I had to be really raised and really close. But I'm also not okay with being that close to the wheel in case something happens, right?
Yeah.
So I'm happy to say with this vehicle, I can sit at a comfortable seating position.
I'm going to answer this question, and then I have a question for you, actually. Is your dealer charging any dealer markup on EV9 orders? No, we are not. We do not charge any sort of market adjustment fees or anything along those lines. Question. So a lot of people are saying they wish that the bed was bigger.
Okay.
Would you, if you were designing this car, would you do it with a bigger bed?
Not necessarily. I feel like if you need a bigger bed, maybe it's not your truck.
Yes. That's kind of what I was thinking too, because I feel like this is probably the most versatile right
I feel
now.
like the way it's configured as of now is what makes the Santa Cruz so special and what makes it stand out from other vehicles in its class. If you need something with a bigger bed, maybe consider the Colorado or, a truck like that. So an American based probably.
Yeah.
Or even a Tacoma. I love the Tacomas. But yeah. Someone also asked earlier this with the Maverick. This 100%. The Maverick is a snooze fest. I feel unless you get the hybrid.
Tell us how you really feel.
Oh, I'm gonna be honest with you guys for sure. Just like I told you, I love the Tacomas. I think the Maverick did not hit it out of the park. I don't even think it's in the park. But it's slow. I feel like it doesn't have enough power unless you move up the trim to get a hybrid. And then even then, so if you want something with a fun interior, something that's comfortable, again, you have to go up trim levels. It's not something like Hyundai where if you get the entry level Santa Cruz, you're getting everything you want and more. You're getting that 2.5 turbo engine.
I'm gonna read Chris's comment because I think it's great. He said, this truck is for dads who want to dad, like home improvement projects and similar activities.
Oh my gosh.
I think that is hilarious. I also think it's accurate because that is Jackson to a T.
Oh boy. Yeah, so if you're someone who is constantly doing stuff or on the go, moving stuff around, if you're someone who likes to do outdoor sports, this is a great truck for you. Great truck. Do you drive in heels? Almost every day, except in the snow because we bring boots to walk outside. Could use a heads-up display? Yeah, it could.
Yeah, it could.
It could.
Maybe we'll see that in the future.
Let's see. What is your worst Toyota car? It's like the Echo.
That's fun.
Yeah. I'm also not a fan of the Venza.
Yeah. I like Toyota vehicles. I just wish there was a little bit more on their interior.
Yeah.
Like, I think that they're great in terms of reliability, but I think that their interior leaves a little to be desired. And that's, like, they're consistent with that.
Let's see. I can't remember where Brantford is. Is that near Hamilton? Yes.
Yes.
So it's about 30 minutes from Hamilton. Very close. You just take the 403 over. My former Ranger was not big enough. That's why I still have my F-250. Yeah, so if you need a big truck, maybe not the truck for you. And that being said, I love the Rangers. I think they're fun. The old Rangers. The Danger Rangers.
Yeah.
The new ones. All right. Are there still new cars on diesel in the market? So the majority just trucks. I don't think there's any vehicle, like cars.
No.
Yeah, no cars. Oh boy, Joseph, thank you so much.
Thank you. We'll
Thank you
put
very
that towards
much.
our internet fund.
Yes, eventually
The marketing budget.
Fiber optic comes out. Did you guys work at any other dealerships before Kia? I did.
I did not. I have been here on and off since I was 17, so
Yes.
Took a couple breaks for school and stuff like that, but
Roll bars on the back like a Baja Subaru or with lights on the top. Yeah. I think the floodlights on this car would be pretty cool.
yeah.
Like a bull bar or something like that. Is Pat doing reviews on the Venue? Yes. So you can expect a brand new review featuring Pat in the Venue next week. Just kidding. But we do Venue reviews.
We do Venue reviews.
We do everything reviews. Let's see. Anything you want to answer, Charlotte?
No, I think we got most of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Wait. Since 17, how old is Charlotte now? I'm guessing 23.
Yeah. Bang on.
Crazy. That is so crazy. All right. Yeah, we grew up at Brantford Kia. That we wasted our. No, I'm joking.
Yeah.
Our youth was spent here. Okay. All right. They never read mine. Abe.
We just did. There you go.
Yes, there you go.
Sometimes we shouldn't.
We'll end off today's video now. Thank you again so much for joining us and watching, especially after the hiatus we've taken this week with no microphones. We're back to producing a lot of content, so please keep a lookout for upcoming videos. We did a lot of bonus stuff today.
Yes.
Which I don't know when we'll be posting them. That's why you got to keep your eyes out. Or
Subscribe.
ring the bell if you haven't already. And we hope to see you again for tomorrow's live stream.
All right. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.